Hey, so today I want to make a video to talk about why I want to make a series of videos of why I became vegan. But I mean, I could make one video and just go, I became vegan because animals shouldn't be fucking slaughtered. That's easy, but it's not. It's not going to fucking convince anyone of why. People are just going to go, we're meant to slaughter fucking animals because we're meant to eat meat. But this is why I want to start from the start of why I think I became vegan. I'm now nearly 44, but I think it started around when I was hitting primary school. So I don't know what age that is. It's around 7 or 6 or 7, I don't know. But it was around then. So I'm going to start from there. Of why I think I became vegan. And why it made me who I am today. So, when I started school, primary school, I remember walking into a classroom, shitting myself, going, who the fuck are these people? Why do I have to come here? I hated kindergarten because I had to, hang out with people I didn't fucking really like. I had friends in the fucking neighbourhood I was hanging out with, and then I had to go meet strangers that I was forced to like. But anyway, so I go to primary school, and I remember the feeling of not wanting to be there straight away, but I gave it a chance. Anyway, so we sit down at our desk, and I remember we were told, this is when we had pens and pencils and shit, not computers, but we had to get a fucking piece of paper and do a margin. That was the first thing we had to do. Then stand up and address the teacher and go, morning, Mr. whoever the fucking teacher's name was, moron. Yeah. And I just remember the whole class having to stand up and look at this one fuckwit. And he somehow was supposed to convince me that he's going to teach me something. All I wanted to do was hang out with fucking kids my age, climb trees, ride bikes, and shit like that. I didn't want to fucking be in a room full of kids, margin, stand up and say, Mr. fucking whoever you are, and then told when I have to fucking sit down. From that point, the first fucking day I went to that school, I remember feeling like it felt like I was in the army. Like it was this. You have to fucking do this. And I learned straight away that they're trying to teach me something I didn't want. It wasn't for me to learn. And I was being forced to do shit. So I rebelled. Hence why billions of fucking kids rebelled. That's why. It's not ADD. It's I don't give a fuck about your fucking rules. I want to go and climb a fucking tree and hang with my mates. Simple. So I, from an early age, realised that I was being brainwashed. Essentially, that's what a fucking school does. It makes you it makes you dumb the way they want you to be dumb. And from an early age, I figured it out straight away. The penny dropped. I watched the classroom get up, go, Mr. fucking whoever you are, and then we have to sit down and then we're told we can eat at this fucking time, and we have to study shit we don't want to fucking learn. What fucking kid at fucking that age wants to do that shit? None. I don't give a fuck what you say. They don't. They want to be with other fucking kids their own age doing whatever the fuck they want to do. Right? Whether it's fucking doctors and nurses, we've all done it, or climbing a tree, or running down the park, finding shit, throwing twigs. That's what kids fucking do. That's how we learn. And we learn from each other, from other kids. Learning from adults, to me, doesn't make sense because they're already damaged goods. Kids aren't damaged yet, so kids learn from kids way better than they learn from adults. That's what I think. And I think I learnt that really young. That's where I think this story started. Now let's talk about church. Because similar fucking thing. You know, so I was forced to go to school. Pretty much every kid is forced to fucking go to school. And I think 99% of kids fucking hate school. Because deep down they know they're being suppressed to do whatever the fuck they want. Their freedom is already being stripped. Their mind. That's what I mean by freedom. When I say freedom, this physical bullshit, to me, we'll get into that in another fucking video, isn't reality, right? It's just a perception of reality. But we're being, the only form of freedom, I believe, is your fucking mind. Because that's the only part that you can be allowed to escape from this reality. You know, like I said, another video. But let's talk about church, because it's doing a similar thing. So I remember I was 7 years old. Yeah, I was 7 years old, and I was playing in the front yard with, I think I had a scooter, and I was fucking pulling it apart. My mum comes, and it was Sunday. Mum comes out the house, and she goes, right, get in the car, we're going to church. And I went, no, I'm not going to church. And she goes, get in the car, we're going to church. Love my mum. And I think it's the only time that I can remember that she actually hit me. Right? And she said to me, get in the car now. And I went, I'm not going. Not getting in the car. She grabs her fucking shoe off her foot and goes, whop, around my fucking head. Then she gets in the car, realises I'm not getting in, and she goes to church. Anyway, I keep fucking working on my scooter, fucking, lowering it or something. But anyway, so she comes back and she says to me, she goes, so why don't you want to go to church? And I said to her, church is scary. And she was shocked because her perception of church is it's love and it's beautiful and, it's peaceful and it's God and bullshit, to me. So she's like, what do you mean it's scary? And I said, when the preacher is sitting up there, I'm Italian, so I went to a fucking wob church, right? And they're fucking scary. Like they're all scary in their own way, but I don't know about them churches. I went to this particular church, and it was an Italian fucking preacher, and he sat there, and he was veins out of his fucking neck, sitting there, pointing fingers at everyone, going, if you fucking do this, you're going to fucking hell. I think that's scary. So as a 7-year-old, why the fuck would I want to go there? Makes no sense to me that a kid should be subjected to that fuckwit, screaming, like telling bullshit, like if you masturbate, you're going to go to fucking hell. I'm 7. I'm masturbating. Am I going to go to fucking hell? I'm thinking, this is scary, right? We all fucking masturbate. This dude's telling me I'm going to fucking die in hell for eternity for it. I don't want to go to church. I don't want to hear that, right? And I think, and at that point, I don't know if I believed in God. I really don't. I was confused. And I always thought to myself, I want to work shit out, So I always wondered, what's this God thing? And I just thought it was a bit of, I remember them, my grandmother and auntie talking to me about Jesus and all these stories of the Bible. And I was like, well, if all this shit happened, why can't we, all these miracles, why can't we do that now? And I just kept trying to debunk it and blah, blah. And it just didn't make sense to me. It was just a fucking bullshit crap story. I don't even think it's a fucking good story. It's a shit story. But anyway, so I just realised I was being fed bullshit. Straight up. It's bullshit. And the more they force you to go there, the more you're going to actually start believing it. Because it's all you know. Because I think from the age of, when you're born to about 10, or maybe it's a bit younger, about 8, is the blueprint to set you up how your mind thinks for when you're an adult. So, perfect time to brainwash children. So to me, that's where my story started, at that age. Right? It's 10 minutes now. I'm only going to make 10-minute videos. They're going to be a thing of, a stream of videos. Don't know how many, but they're going to go about 10 minutes. And they're going to talk about why I am vegan now and leading up to it and where I think for all of us it starts. It's brainwashing. It's believing bullshit and not letting your own mind do the thinking. They try to make you think, try to do the thinking for you, which is stupid. Even listening to me say that, you know that that's stupid. So that was the stem of the first bit of fear and hate that I felt as a kid being pushed down my throat. And I knew right then it was wrong. That's part one of why I am who I am today. See you in the next video. And if you want me to post videos about certain stuff, about animal cruelty, and whatever about veganism, and you want to know about stuff like, the stupid questions that, they're not stupid because, that's what, you're a victim of your own environment. If someone's, the most thing that people say to you, where do you get your protein? If any question about that sort of stuff, put them in the comments. I'll try and get to them. But that's the start. I hope, I hope everyone's story is a bit similar, because I think it is. I think we are all in the same boat, pretty much. And I think me speaking out about it might make you realise why you are who you are today, because I think by talking about it makes me realise a little bit more about who I am as well. Alright, cheers. I'm Rob Wog. I'll see you soon.